Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel, Bachelor Nation News. Fans, the Golden Bachelor runner-up, Leslie Fhima, will have another chance to find love during Bachelor in Paradise Season 10, but I'm concerned that she'll end up with a broken heart again. Leslie, 66, is one of the 10 Golden alums who headed to Costa Rica for Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. The rest of the Golden cast includes April Kirkwood, 67, Charles C.K. King, 62, Gary Livingston, 66, Jack Lencioni, 69, Kathy Swartz, 72, Keith Gordon, 63, Kim Buyuke, 70, Natasha Hardy, 62, and Ralph R.J. Johnson, 66. Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 will also feature cast members from The Bachelor and The Bachelorette, including Week 1 arrivals Alexei Godin, 27, Bailey Brown, 28, Brian Otts, 33, Dale Moss, 36, Hakeem Moulton, 30, Jeremy Simon, 31, Jess Edwards, 26, Jonathan Johnson, 28, Justin Glaze, 30, Kat Izzo, 28, Kyle Howard, 31, Lexi Young, 31, Ricky Marinez, 29, Sam McKinney, 28, and Zoe McGrady, 28. I think that there's a lot of potential for love matches within both casts, but I'm worried about Leslie. The Golden Bachelor star Gerry Turner broke Leslie Fhima's heart. Leslie had an instant connection with Gerry when they met on the first night of The Golden Bachelor. She came out of the limousine wearing a costume of an old woman with a gray wig, a house dress, and a walker. Gerry was thrilled when she tossed the walker aside and revealed her actual dress. They then began to dance with each other because Leslie was a professional dancer. I could immediately tell that they were going to be a great match. During The Golden Bachelor, Gerry continuously hinted to Leslie that he might choose her in the end. In the fantasy suite, he told her that he loved her and that he thought that she was the one. Like Leslie, I believed Gerry, and I was shocked when he chose Teresa Nist instead, leaving Leslie blindsided and heartbroken. Leslie even later appeared in Joey Greydayi's Bachelor season and told eventual winner Kelsey Anderson that she wished that she wouldn't have felt so confident about Gerry because she was devastated when she broke up with her. I don't want to see Leslie go through heartache like that again. The worst part about Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 is that it takes place in Costa Rica, which is where Gerry broke up with Leslie during the Golden Bachelor Season 1 finale. It would be terrible if Leslie went through a breakup there again after how heartbroken she was after Gerry chose Teresa instead. I'm worried that this could destroy Leslie's faith in love for good. Leslie doesn't seem compatible with any of the Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 Golden men. Although Keith, Gary, Jack, Keith, and RJ are amazing men, I don't think that any of them seem like the right person for Leslie based on the fact that she was interested in their fellow Golden Bachelorette contestant Jordan Heller. Leslie and Jordan didn't date, but they did meet up in November 2024 at a soccer game in Los Angeles after they'd been texting a bit. In an interview with Ashley Iconetti and Ben Higgins on the Almost Famous podcast, Leslie admitted that if she was the Golden Bachelorette, she would have chosen Jordan, even though she thought that all of the men were great. Leslie admitted that if she were the Golden Bachelorette, she would have chosen Jordan because she thought that they had a lot in common, including their faith. Leslie explained, "Jordan, I feel like we have a lot in common. I know that he's funny. I love funny. He lives in Chicago, I live in Minneapolis. He has a dog, I have a dog. Stuff like that's important. And we're both Jewish, and at the end of the day, that's important to me as well. I mean, it's not heart stop, I have to have someone Jewish, but if you meet someone and they are your faith, that's just the icing on the cake." Leslie added, "But you do have a common bond when it comes to that. I think he's probably like me where he's not uber religious, but you are into your faith and more of the heritage thing and all that stuff. So I don't know. We'll see." If none of the Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 Golden men are Jewish, then Leslie might not have as much in common with them. I know that she said that it wasn't a deal breaker, but I think that she cherishes her faith, and she'd most likely prefer someone who had the same beliefs as her. However, Leslie was willing to get engaged to Gerry, who isn't Jewish, so I believe that she meant it when she said that it's not mandatory for her. Leslie deserves a real and lasting relationship. It's still unclear if the Golden Cast will add more contestants as the weeks pass, like traditional Bachelor in Paradise does, but if these are the only cast members, then I fear that Leslie might end up heartbroken and alone. She has such a vibrant and vivacious personality, and she deserves a real and lasting relationship. I'd be so happy for her if Jordan turned up in Costa Rica to sweep her off her feet. And in addition, although Bachelor in Paradise Season 10 host Jesse Palmer and bartender Wells Adams have expressed their hopes that there will be some age gap romances on the beach, I highly doubt that Leslie, who's a mom of 3 adult children and also has 3 grandchildren, will be interested in such a thing. So far, the oldest male contestant is Dale at 36, and that's still a 30-year age difference. Leslie seems really want to find her person, so I don't think she'll waste her time dating someone if there's really no future with him. In addition, during the Golden Bachelor Season 1, Leslie told Gerry that she'd been divorced twice and had been single for 22 years. Even though she'd been married 2 times, she felt as though she'd never had a true partnership. Leslie repeatedly told Gerry that he had all of the qualities she was looking for in a man, but it took her a long time to open up to Gerry because she had her guard up to protect herself. Because of the short timeline of Bachelor in Paradise, Leslie might not have enough time to bring her walls down and allow herself to be vulnerable enough to fall in love again, especially because Gerry broke her heart. After the heartbreak that Leslie went through after Gerry blindsided her, she deserves to have a beautiful love story during Bachelor in Paradise Season 10. However, I'm concerned that this won't happen for her unless the pool of contestants widens. While all of the cast members deserve to find love, Leslie's past heartache has me rooting for her especially. I wish Leslie all the best on her new journey to find love on Bachelor in Paradise Season 10, and I hope that she finds her fairy tale happily ever
Fhima
after
stood
ending.
still as the ocean breeze tousled her blonde hair, eyes hidden behind oversized sunglasses, and heart still guarded by invisible scars. Paradise looked different this time. The soft golden sands and tinkling laughter of hopeful singles felt hollow. She had been here before, metaphorically at least, but this time it wasn't excitement she brought to Bachelor in Paradise. It was the echo of heartbreak. Just a few months prior, she had stood on a different kind of beach, emotional, not physical, waiting for a man who promised forever. Gerry Turner, the Golden Bachelor, a man who smiled like he carried the sun and who told Leslie she made him feel alive again. And yet he gave the final rose to Teresa Nist. The internet had erupted. Viewers cried foul. Many said Leslie was robbed. But now, under the shade of a palm tree in Sayulita, Mexico, Leslie was wondering if she'd simply been naive. The arrival, but not the rescue. Producers were hyped. Bachelor Nation royalty, they whispered in walkie-talkies. Everyone had wanted Leslie, and here she was, glowing, single, and carrying the weight of a very public heartbreak. She stepped down the steps of paradise with a confidence she didn't quite feel. Cameras zoomed in. Her smile was poised, her outfit impeccable. But inside, Leslie questioned if her being there was a move of empowerment or desperation. The first man she met was Blake Moynes. "Leslie," he said with a grin, "didn't expect to see you here." "Didn't expect to say yes," she replied with a wink. The flirtation was easy, maybe too easy. But she wasn't here to rebound. At least, that's what she told herself. Still, Paradise had a way of chewing up even the strongest and spitting them out heart first. Gerry's ghost. It was impossible to talk to anyone without them bringing up Gerry. "I thought for sure he'd choose you," Brayden said on night 2. "You were electric together." Leslie forced a laugh. "We were, until we weren't." In her ITM interview, In the Moment interview, Leslie let it slip. "You know, it's not the fact that he didn't choose me. It's that I believed him. He told me he was my girl. I would have uprooted my life for him. And then, boom, Teresa." She blinked fast, determined not to cry on camera again. But as the days passed, something gnawed at her. Paradise wasn't a reset. It was a reminder. Every rose ceremony, every romantic date she didn't get invited to, every time the producers asked her about Gerry, it was all a rerun of the same show she thought she'd left behind. Chemistry or clarity? On day 4, Leslie got a date card, her first. She asked Blake. He was flattered. "Honestly, I didn't know if you'd even want to give someone like me a chance." "Someone like you?" she teased. "Someone not named Jerry?" he replied, only half joking. They rode horses down the beach, drank tequila by sunset, and kissed as fireworks exploded over the water. Cameras swooned. The audience at home would melt. But Leslie didn't feel it. In her confessional, she admitted, "I thought I wanted fireworks, but maybe I'm just living in a post-Gerry fog. Maybe I don't know what I want." Teresa's surprise appearance. What Paradise didn't need was Teresa Nist. But what Paradise got was Teresa Nist. Producers had outdone themselves. Teresa descended the steps smiling, the perfect foil for Leslie's calm. She wasn't there for love, she claimed, just to give advice. But her presence was a storm cloud. "You're here, why?" Leslie asked, trying to hide her incredulity. "To help, support other women who've been through this journey." Leslie almost laughed. "Support them how? By showing them what winning looks like?" Later, behind closed doors, or as close as it gets in Paradise, Leslie admitted to Kat, she says she wants to help, but it just feels like she's rubbing it in, like she came here to remind me of what I lost." The DMs that broke the fantasy. Then the bombshell dropped. During Truth or Dare, one of the guys, Aaron B., revealed that Jerry had been DMing a woman after the finale, before the wedding, maybe even during filming. Leslie's world spun. "You're joking," she said, the color draining from her face. "Wish I was. But hey, I saw the screenshots." Leslie demanded to see them. And there it was. Jerry. Flirty, coy, unmistakably inappropriate for a man who just married another woman on live TV. The next morning, Leslie sat by the waves, microphone off, and asked the producers for space. Her voice cracked. "I think I'm just done. I didn't come here to be humiliated all over again." Redemption or retreat? Bachelor Nation rallied behind her. Hashtags like Justice for Leslie and Dump Jerry trended on Twitter. Fans posted side-by-sides of Jerry's old quotes. "I can't picture my life without you. You're my person." All spoken to Leslie, all now tainted. Back in Paradise, the tides were turning. Leslie had options. John Henry expressed interest. Tyler Norris left a date early just to talk to her. But she didn't feel ready. "I think the real issue," she said in her ITM, "isn't whether I find someone new, it's whether I still believe love is something real, something worth trying for again." Her words were honest, raw, and they resonated. The self-elimination twist. On day 12, just 2 weeks into Paradise, Leslie shocked everyone. She gathered the group. "I came here thinking I was ready. I thought I could move on. But the truth is, I haven't. I'm still healing. And maybe that's okay." Gasps. Producers looked panicked. "I'm leaving Paradise," she said, "not because I've given up on love, but because I've just realized I need to fall back in love with me." It was the first standing ovation in Paradise history. The rebuild begins. After leaving the show, Leslie didn't fade away. She started a podcast, Heartbreak, but Make It Golden. In it, she tackled love, ageism and dating, betrayal, and hope. Celebrities and fellow Bachelor alums flooded the guest list. She posted workout videos, shared therapy updates, even dropped a line of affirmation journals for women over 50. The heartbreak had hurt, deeply, but she didn't let it define her. In an Instagram post that garnered millions of likes, Leslie wrote, "Jerry didn't break me. He redirected me. This isn't the fairy tale we all wanted, but maybe it's the story I needed." A real rose. Months later, at a charity gala in Denver, Leslie was spotted laughing with a man outside the ballroom. Not a Bachelor alum, not a model, just a man named David, a high school counselor, divorced, dad of 2, who knew nothing about Instagram but everything about listening. A source whispered to Us Weekly, "They've been dating quietly. He respects her, makes her feel seen. No cameras, no roses, no fantasy suites. Just real conversation, real connection, real possibility." Happily ever authentic. Leslie Fhima didn't get the storybook ending with Jerry Turner, but maybe she got something better, her own story written in her own voice. Bachelor Nation watched her rise, fall, and rise again. And somewhere out there, countless women over 50, over 60 even, watched her not as a contestant, but as a symbol. You can hurt and heal. You can love again, even if it's not on camera, even if it's not in paradise. Because sometimes the real fairy tale isn't found under a tiki hut with roses and pina coladas. Sometimes it's found in choosing yourself first.